Hi, thank you for watching The Best in the West. Today's video will be a driveway in Long Beach, California. It's at a historic house that was built in 1934. They have a historic association where you can't change the houses that are historic. So you have to do it generally the way the place was originally done. And this driveway is about 2 loads. It's not very big. It's only about 20 yards, just under. It's kind of long and skinny. It's for the old Model Ts in the 30s and the smaller cars. So it's got two strips going up the middle and then grass in the middle, and then we're adding a walkway. So you got to do it according to the way it originally was done. You can't drastically change anything. And of course, the house being built in the early 1930s, the water drainage, and when we shot the elevation, some of it was dead flat back by the garage. So we put some drains in and ran them to the grass strip up the middle, and then he's gonna have a sump pump there, and it's gonna pump it out, cord out to the street, and off we go. This job isn't that big. It's only like 2 loads or something like that. But the drainage problem was kind of an issue, and you got to pour it a little bit thicker because the strips, the car's tires are going to be up the strip. It's not connected to anything. The one on the right's floating. We tied the one on the left into the house, into the footing. We drilled dowels and put it in there. So here we go. There's my buddy Joe. We brought his tractor out and his helped me out with this because I've been so busy. When you get the kind of attention being in Popular Mechanics and all these other books and stuff I'm in, it's going to a different level. When I was talking earlier in videos, when I was saying I was going to take over, I'm doing this and that, I don't think people understand the narrative of where I was coming from. I'm not talking about competing against these guys you see on YouTube, these like concrete handyman that think this is a big job and they don't have any equipment, they don't have a crew, they're not even, I don't even consider them in the same league. So what I was talking about was going after huge jobs like $1 million caissons and Laguna, $30 million houses off the cliff in Corona del Mar, Newport Coast, Laguna Beach. And I was going to get to that point. Now I've gotten attention to get to that point, and that's the stuff I'm bidding. So the stuff I'm bidding now is like 20,000, 22,000 square feet of flat work. I'm bidding staircases off cliffs down to the private beaches. So when I start doing that stuff, you'll see some stuff that these other handymen wouldn't even attempt. So I'm going to go up against the big dogs in Orange County, the real companies, and I can outdo them because I have my own demo company. I can keep my costs down, my crew, and I don't think they can compete with me. And we'll see. I just started bidding that kind of stuff recently. I went on a 2 week hiatus at the beach. I don't want to go like I did before and go, and I don't want to blow up. I mean, I know I'm holding the gold card. You can obviously see what's going with this, and I didn't want to blow it up too fast because sometimes I'll go off the rails of the crazy train when I have that kind of money and I got just go on spending sprees. So I want to take this slow. I'm just doing it the way I go. These kind of jobs right now for me to keep me busy in what I'm doing and get me out there is fine what I'm doing. This is going to be a new walkway, and you got to trowel it like an old school. They'd use a margin trowel, and they would like put these decorative lines in it. So we have to do that on that. We have to keep it all pretty original. And in the old days of concrete that's 50, 100 years old, that's been worn and driven over, it gets a top cast, a sand wash finish look naturally. And a lot of people like that. So this is the finish that we have to do at the historic house. And there's nowhere to wash it with any chemicals or top cast. So I ended up just sandblasting this job too. I had Sean from S&E come out and sandblast it. I'll leave his name in the description if you need any sandblasting or any of that acid edge look. He's really good at it. It came out beautiful. But the videos I'm coming up now, if I get some of the stuff I'm bidding, are just going to be, I mean, it's going to be a no doubt. It's a foregone conclusion. It's a mute point going on and on that I'm better than anyone on here because when I start posting what I'm going to be doing, it'll be a given. So here's a setup we're doing here. From the gate right there where the guy in the red is, that iron gate back, it drains, but from that point back, it's flat. You couldn't get enough fall out of there. So we're going to tie where Milton's at right here, him and his son, Milton Jr. We're drilling into the footing, put dowels in to tie that side, the house side into there. But the right side's floating, but we poured it 5-6 inches thick to give it some more stability with the rebar and the fiber mesh. Here I am with my 545, my favorite day pumping because today's payday. Just setting this up here. We got a 3,000 straight cement, so it bleaches right out. You'll see when it's sandblasted, it's already bleached out all even. 3,000 microfibers. Just rolling this out. When you have your own equipment and you can compete with, you can move mountains, you can compete with anybody. That's why I'm going up against the real hitters in Orange County, because I can hang with them with all the equipment and what I have. And if I do a few of these jobs, I'm going to buy some really big, different equipment for hillsides, excavators and stuff. Pumping this down here. Keep it, I don't know what that slump is, probably about a 5.5, 6 or something like that. And there's the drain. We ran everything to that drain, sloped it all to that, and then a pipe goes from that into the grass, and then a pipe straight out the grass, and then it dives to the right, and then out the curb, and it'll pump it right out. It'll all get to that section. But water on this property, the homeowner told me he was just, the water just sat back there. But I don't think there's any codes. I'm pretty sure of in the 30s, and engineers or architects and city people you got to get inspected by. So it's dead flat. I'm sure they've changed the street elevation over the years too, when they put the curb and gutter and everything in. And it's kind of nice with this walkway up the middle, to be honest with you, because we can hit it all and join it all from up the middle, because otherwise you'd have to crawl it and do it. Here's the cleanup truck. I think it's about 8 or 9 yards. It's just under 2 loads. It's just a smaller job. For a driveway, it's pretty average size in this neighborhood, Long Beach. They got pretty deep lots. Javier killing it down, Milton rodding this down for us. So I'm just finished pumping it up here. And here's a walkway here. You'll see the design. Javier did a beautiful job on it, because in the old days they just used like a margin trowel and they put decorative lines in it or grooves, and that's the look they wanted here. So I think he got it. He had to go to the historic people that do this, and I think he's got to get it approved. I'm not sure, but I think so. I pumped that load a little bit stiffer so it'll come off as we go. Hitting this with the Fresno here, sealing it all up. Already pre-cut the joints. Had them marked. They wanted them the exact distance it was prior to demoing it. And you can see where it all falls to that drain right there, and then all the rest falls into the down the driveway and into the center area there. Definite water issue at this house. Just walk behind, edging this up. Javier's taking care of it. And we're continually here. Here's a kind of old school what they did in California back in the days in the 30s, 40s. It was kind of, it was a little bit different. It was kind of like a skinny little, they didn't have joiners, so they just did it by hand with like a margin trowel or something. That's similar to what they wanted. There it is there. Here's a walkway. Right, I'm cleaning it off. Pulled all the stakes that day. And here's Sean from S&E. He's going to sandblast it out for me. It's a light edge sandblast, a little aggregate exposed. He has a couple old school, like to the left here, this porch that's that finish. So the homeowner wanted to match it all. So we're sandblasting this up. And then he'll just take his air nozzle off and blow it with air. And I'll sweep it, clean it up. And that was a wrap on this. And there's a sand wash finish there. Thank you very much for watching The Best in the West. Have a nice day.